Hello everyone and welcome guys to the biggest esports race of my gaming career so far. We're here today for round 4 of the F1 Esports Qualification Series here at the Monaco Grand Prix. The final chance to qualify for the F1 Pro Draft, and I was actually starting this race up in P7. The final race of this series, as I said, everything is coming down to this one. We've got 10 drivers here that all obviously have the pace, have the potential to try and get into the top 3 by the end of this evening, but only 3 will go through. And, well, Monaco, it's not the best track for overtaking and general racing, as obviously if you've seen the stream last night, as well as sort of like other people's footage, you know, if you're on Twitter and things, you may have seen a few different things from a few different drivers. But yeah, but in tonight for my highlights from this race, and, well, as you would have probably told by the title, it was not a particularly good one. Coming into this, I was actually feeling genuinely fairly confident with myself. You know, pace was looking good. I had a strategy that I really wanted to try and make work as well. And honestly, although I was starting P6, I felt my chances were good. You know, the aim was to keep it out of the barriers is the main aim. And obviously away from other drivers as well over the course of this race evening. It was just a case of, well, it's Monaco, lady luck. I was just praying it was going to be on my side coming in to this evening, but obviously 20 laps will decide who will go through to, I think it's Silverstone this year for the Pro Draft. Got to make sure I cut out obviously over the FOM graphics there as well. You know, don't want to get FOM'd as we come into this race. Obviously these are the highlights from my evening. Well, highlights is, I don't think there was too many highs from this race, as you'll see. If you follow me on Twitter as well, you'll probably seen some stuff I posted on there as well, at EVR Matt212, if you are interested. Cheeky plug right there. But in terms of race strategy tonight, then the aim was to actually go for the undercut. I was going to go, actually though, starting on a set of these super soft tyres, go onto a set of the ultras around lap 6, lap 7, and then try to undercut everyone, hope everyone sort of got piled up, you know, behind each other. F15 Tornado wasn't looking the most confident in the world. So the aim was to hope, you know, all these guys sort of, you know, tripped over each other a bit. I could undercut to glory, but straight away, my pedals aren't working. And as you can see by the face cam, I'm now having to go unplug my pedals, recalibrate my wheel and my pedals, and, well, you sort of just know from the moment that happens in a race evening, it's just not going to be your night. Straight down to last place there. Obviously, ghosted for everyone else. It didn't affect anyone else's race whatsoever there, but that leaves me down in last place there. Really annoyed with that. My pedals worked 5 minutes before the race, absolutely fine when it was on TT. No idea why they suddenly just decided they didn't want to work when we got into the race here, but still all over the back of KJ Gamer. No idea what his intentions were there, and then I get the screen freeze as well there. But yeah, that's probably the worst start to a race you'll ever witness there. I'm not too sure if that was lagging. I think that was KJ Gamer once again there. But yeah, we had pedals not working. KJ Gamer just decided, you know, he's going to go completely across the track. He did apologise to me after the race though, which is fair enough. You know, mistakes are made. He wasn't actually expected to be in this race as well. He was actually a reserve, so, you know, credits to him still. But yeah, that was really frustrating. And then the screen freeze to top it off at the start of this race. But as you'll see on the minimap, you know, everyone else is still fairly tightly bunched. I'm going to pit onto the Ultra Softs on the end of this lap, and therefore try to still make this undercut strategy work. You know, it's certainly not over just yet in this race. We dived into the pits, as well as, I think that was Wycombs and Carl Mitchell both dived into the pit lane there as well. Wycombs oddly gets held up for a huge amount of time there. I'm not really too sure what happened for him there. I'm not too sure. Yeah, well, he came into the pits about 5 seconds ahead of me. Obviously, I had to change the front wing as well, and we do get out ahead of him out of the pit lane there, which is really surprising to see there. So yeah, not really too sure what we can do about that there. But yeah, Wycombs is a much quicker driver than me. For those of you that know, obviously I think he's qualified 3 out of 4 weeks for this event. So, you know, obviously I'm on the softer combated tyres, and, well, I've locked up, picked up a 5-second time penalty. Pit assist, I think, was meant to be forced enabled, and I noticed quite a lot of people ended up getting 5-second time pens. So I'm not really too sure what that was all about there. But yeah, back to Wycombs though. The world's unluckiest man, I think, is the only way to describe it. As I said, I think he's qualified at least of 3 of the 4 occasions. And, well, I'll leave a bit of a spoiler now. He does not get through. But, well, you know, just doing alright at the moment. But, you know, as I said, I wasn't going to hold up Wycombs if he got near me. I'm not going to get the option to anyway. Screen freeze, Wycombs gets past me. Fortunately for him, obviously no effect to him in the race as well there. But yeah, no idea what that's all about. It's just so frustrating on the whole, because, you know, you're pushing to the limit, and something completely out of your control. My connection is generally absolutely fine. You know, at the moment I can stream at 1080p 60 FPS on YouTube and stuff without dropping near enough any frames there, and well, I pick up front wing damage, and by this point in the evening you pretty much know your race is over. They're going to try and stay out though a couple more laps, you know, try and get a little bit closer so we can, you know, make the another set of the Ultra Softs work, you know, right through to the end of the Grand Prix. But Mr. Skullmetal, he's got different ideas there. Punts me into turn 1, and I'm pretty certain, I don't actually know who his name was on Discord there, but I'm pretty certain after the race he was complaining about everyone's driving standards, which, well, based on this, as you can see, he's going, well, he's pretty much pushing me around the circuit there, you know. I'm not exactly in the closest race with him. I think he knows I'm going to have to pit again fairly soon. It's not exactly going to be a hurry for him to try and get past me, but he absolutely sends it down the inside at lows there, and, well, decides I don't deserve any track space whatsoever there. Honestly, you know, I don't really want to chat shit about all the drivers in this, but that was so frustrating, you know. Just a complete lack of respect, and obviously people have had their comments about people's driving over the course of this. It seemed that, obviously, generally I wasn't exactly involved in much action overall, but it seemed that pretty much everyone else was complaining about everyone else's driving standards, and well, by the end of the Grand Prix, nothing else really happened for me bar people crashing out, so I ended up in P6, a lap down by the end of this race there. And honestly, as I said, one of the most frustrating races of my entire gaming, air quotes, career, if you will, on the whole. So frustrating on the whole, you know. I put so much practice, so much effort into this, obviously starting P6 as well, with all the carnage I've seen on the stream as well. Well, I say on the stream from what I've seen on Twitter. I can't even bring myself to go back and watch the stream, you know. I felt I let down myself, all of you guys, everyone. You know, there was so much support for me going into this race, and honestly, I can't thank everyone enough. Genuinely, I didn't expect to get anywhere near as much support as I did. You know, so many kind messages from so many people on Twitter, on Facebook, on YouTube, absolutely everywhere. So I cannot thank you guys enough for all of the support, even obviously you guys now watching this video as well. And as I said on Twitter, you know, if it wasn't for all that support, I would have probably quit out of the race, not going to lie. But I'm not a rage quitter. I don't really, you know, feel it's necessary. All I do by rage quitting is admitting that I failed. By now, all this does is give me a bit of extra experience on the whole there. But G2 Isaac came through to win the Grand Prix. As you can see by my little face slash wheel cam there, I am, well, annoyed is probably the only way to describe it. And it was so frustrating on the whole. As I said, you know, everything that could go wrong for me, that has gone wrong with me with F1 2017, you know, the online system on this game, it all happened in this one race, and, well, I think that pretty much just put the nail in the coffin for me. And I can now say, after this race, because of this race, there's going to be next to no more league racing from me on F1 2017. I'm just done with this game on the whole. I'll still be doing Road Rank 50 meme streams and stuff like that, but I've got 3 more BPRL league races that I'll be doing, and that is me done with F1 2017. But yeah, that's a story for a different day. I'll be bringing a sort of channel update over the next couple of weeks there. But credits to G2 Isaac, Kyle Mitchell, and I think it was, who is it? It was Ollie Packler there. So we actually had some incredibly big names coming into this race. We had quite a few semi-finalists and finalists. Alberto Foltran, who I think came 5th at Abu Dhabi. I think he was a bit lower than that even, sorry. At Abu Dhabi there. He was actually meant to be in this race, didn't get it in time, which was very, very unfortunate for him, but rules are rules at the end of the day there. But yeah, so we had, I think, what, like 4 or 5 semi/finalists. You know, we had Wycombs, we had G2 Isaac, we had Ollie Packler, we had, obviously, Alberto Foltran, as well as Pino Macri, I think was F15 Tornado, who was actually a qualifier last year at the semi-finals as well. So yeah, that was the end of the Monaco GP. As I said, you know, one of the most frustrating races. You know, this was an almighty chance for me to really, really try and get myself out there a bit more. You know, I've done the Dirt for Esports so far this year. I've currently actually qualified for the Renault Esports event as well, their Academy Esports series as well, which hopefully I might try and bring some footage from that over the coming weeks as well. But honestly, gutted was the right way to describe that. As you can see, just so frustrating. You know, there's no chance for me, I don't think, unless for some reason I get invited to the wildcard event, which is probably not going to happen, you know. It was just, as I said, everything that could go wrong in a race went wrong, and in the biggest race, as I said, of my air quotes career so far. But there we are then. I still gained some experience from it on the whole. You know, I'll be back next year, hopefully stronger, hopefully a bit quicker as well, and well, we'll wait and see as to what I can achieve down the line. But as I said, thank you guys so much for the support on social media. You know, I don't think I would have made it through to the end of that Grand Prix. You know, there's been so much kind words said to me. You know, so much. Well, from what I've gathered, there was a lot of support for me as well in the stream. Unfortunately, obviously, being in no man's land for most of it meant there wasn't much, obviously, for me on the footage on the whole. But yeah, that was a tough evening on the whole. But I'll come back, as I said, hopefully stronger next time. There'll still be much more from me. You know, I'm not quitting anytime soon. But I'll be back for F1 2018, hopefully with League Racing as well. But thank you all so much for watching this video. Do not forget to like, subscribe if you're new around here and you want to see more competitive racing. And I will see you guys next time for a brand new video.